Welcome to day 6 of 12 Days of Christmas. Today is a DIY home decor project and we're going to be making these felt ornaments. These are so cute. I absolutely love how they came out and it's a really easy project. A great project that you can do while you are sitting on the couch hanging out. If you want to see how to make these really cute felt ornaments, then keep watching. Today's DIY is home decor related. We're going to be decorating our tree. I don't have a tree yet because we buy a real tree every year. So our tree isn't up, but I still wanted to make these for when we do go get a tree. This is a project that is hand sewing. So we won't be using the sewing machine today. So I feel like really anybody can do this project. This is what they look like. We're going to make some really fun shapes and we're going to embroider some stitches. I went to the craft store and picked up a ton of felt. We have a couple of different colors. I got 3 of each color. We have a pink, a like pinky purpley color, a burgundy, peach, and then tealish kind of a color. They were 33 cents a piece, except for the teal was like 25 cents. So they're really inexpensive. You don't need this many, but I thought that I could do a couple of ornaments out of each. These are 9 by 12 squares. I have a Sharpie to draw my shape on with, a pair of scissors to cut them out, and my big box of embroidery thread. I got all of this embroidery thread from the thrift store a really long time ago. It was like a huge bag of embroidery thread. So that's what I'll be using today. I have like blues and purples, and I also have some beads. So maybe I will try to embroider with some beads. So let's get into the project. Here are my felt sheets. I got 3 of each color, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the sticker off. I'm just gonna use 1 sheet at a time. So we'll start with the light blue color. I'm thinking like a round shape, maybe something that's kind of diamond-esque but like rounded, and then like kind of like a long one. And I got so many sheets because I figured that I would mess up, so we can practice and we can perfect them as we go. I don't have a pattern for this, so I'm just going to wing it. I'm gonna start with like the diamond shaped one. I'm actually gonna fold this in half so that I can cut out 2 at one time. And these are homemade, so it's totally okay if they are not perfect. I also thought it would be cool to make a couple that are kind of like wider, but like short, so kind of stout. Does that look cute? I don't think I like that one, but we'll just see where this takes us. I'm going to cut this one out for sure. And it's okay if the marks, you can see the marks, because what we're gonna do is that's gonna be the inside. So you won't actually see them once we put it, sew it all together. So then we will just stick them together like this, and nobody will know. And if we have to trim it, that's totally fine. And then we can also use the scraps as well. So don't throw this away. I also was thinking that you could basically like make a design by folding this in half, or folding it and then doing the design this way. Just like freehand it. That's a real big one, but it's cute, right? I love. I'm gonna make this one two-toned. Now that I have my pieces cut out, I'm going to embroider on one side of our pieces. I'm just gonna do some stars or something fun. I'm going to split this in half, which is 3 strings. I'm threading my embroidery needle. It is a larger needle, has a bigger eye. I'm going to go through one side of the felt, pull up my yarn. I'm gonna go back through the felt to make a stitch. And then I'm going to come up kind of like what would be the middle. And then I'm going to take my needle and go back down where we first came in through. And then pull another piece of thread up. And I'm going to go back down where we first came in through to make these like 3 little doodads. I'm going to repeat that all over till I like it, and then we're going to sew these together and stuff them. You're also going to need some stuffing to stuff our ornaments. Here's how my embroidery turned out. We're gonna sew these together with right sides on the outside. I found some embroidery thread that's pretty close to my ornament, so I'm going to cut some thread off. I'm gonna do the same thing by separating these in half. So I'll have 3 pieces. To start this off, I'm going to put my needle in on the wrong side so that we can hide the tails. I'm going to do a whip stitch around here, so I'm literally just going through one side and out the other. Through one side and then out the other. You want to pull tight but not too tight. So you can do these close together, or you can do them a little bit further apart. It's kind of whatever look you want to go for. I'm just gonna sew this all the way around until we reach about here so that we can leave some room to stuff it, and then we will close it up with the same stitch. You're going to need a, hook to hang your ornament. So I took some embroidery floss and tied a double knot at the end. I'm going to stick that in the top here, and then I'm just going to sew around it. Then just sew the rest like normal. I'm running out of thread, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop the needle around and insert it into the back side and not go through the front side. And then I'm going to loosen this stitch because it got tight. And I'm going to cut this thread off, and I'm going to tie that in a knot. I just want to make sure that I'm hiding these threads so that you can't see them once this ornament is all done. So just like before, I'm going to stuff the thread in. Now we have a hole for stuffing. I'm literally just going to stuff this in here. It kind of reminds me of a ladyfinger, like the little cookies. I think it's just the shape that reminds me of that. Okay, now we're gonna close up the hole just like we have been sewing all the way around. I'm going to start this just like we did before, tucking the thread tails so that you cannot see where it begins. And then I'm just going to pinch this closed and whip stitch it, just like before. We have one ornament complete. I'm gonna do the rest of them off of camera. You can do really any sort of embroidery with this, and I will be back when I have a couple more done. This is how our ornaments came out. They are stunning, if I do say so myself. I love this one. This is the one that you guys saw me put together. It looks like a lady finger. I think it's so cute. I'll show you all of them individually up close. sitting on the couch last night while Kyle watched the Suns game, and I think this would even be a great gift to give somebody. You can make a set for a family member and they can put them on their tree next year. I love that I made them all just a little bit different with the different embroidery. I think this one is my favorite and I really like this little one too. This is a project that you can totally do while you are just sitting on the couch hanging out, and there are so many possibilities of what you can put on them for embroidery, what thread you can use, what color you can use, what shape you can do. Possibilities are literally endless, and if you wanted to have kind of a crafty Christmas, these would look so cute on your Christmas tree. I think I might sneak to Hobby Lobby and put these on their tree so I can get some video footage of them for you. I did try to put a bead on this one, and then all of the other beads that were the same size didn't fit on my needle, but I love the idea of putting beads and sparkly bits on them. You can even get some sparkly thread. A very cheap project and a super fun one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tomorrow's video is going to be a DIY gift, so don't forget to click that subscribe button, share this video with a friend, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. I just love that this one looks like a ladyfinger. It makes me kind of hungry, honestly.